Hello everyone, this is Vinyl Talks and welcome to episode 28 of my Minecraft creative series on the Xbox 360. Okay, so this episode is slightly different. We've actually got two people coming into the world. As I said in the last episode, we've actually got two people coming in. That's Kevin the Spoon and Swift, and they're going to be building houses in this world. But why this episode is different mainly is because I've actually already pre-recorded this. I'm actually speaking over the recording. I'm not actually playing as I'm talking right now. I'm actually just commentating over. This is because accidentally, well, it's not accidentally really, it's weird because I was actually speaking and talking to the builders in this world, but their voices come through, but mine didn't, so I've had to mute their voices as well, otherwise it would just sound really weird. You hear them talking, but you don't hear me talking, and I've had to mute their voices so I can still narrate over, otherwise it would just be a complete mess. So hopefully they'll be able to come back in the world shortly and we'll be able to speak again, and it'll be a lot easier. But without further ado, at this point in this video, I'm actually going to go ahead and invite Kevin the Spoon and Swift to come and build in this world. Okay, so Kevin the Spoon's joined the game and Swift has also joined. And at this point I was just basically telling to them what they're going to do. And they said they were going to build houses as what we've said. And they go over to this space here and they decide on which space to build in. So Swift picks the second space to build in. And Kevin picks the first one. And Kevin's told us that his house is actually going to be facing the opposite way. Where the actual gate is, it is actually different because he's not building his house facing the road, he's building it on the side, so it's facing where I was just standing, just there as well. So this is where I'll let Kevin and Swift get to work. Now I will actually pause this video halfway through because it will actually get a bit boring with me commentating over this, but I do want to show you how they actually built their houses in this, because they were both two brilliant houses, and they do look really good in this world. They're both different shapes, both different sizes, and they both do look really good. And so Kevin starts off building his house there with simple wood. And at this point here, I'm just going to carry on. Well, I did carry on, sorry, filling in the rest of the road so it joins round. And I actually get to do that towards the end of the episode as well, so that's mainly what I do. And I also record what they are doing as well, so that we can see what they are actually both doing in terms of building their houses. At this point I was actually speaking to Kevin the Spoon, but unfortunately his voice won't come through. I've had to mute it because otherwise it would just seem a bit weird, as I've said, him speaking and not me. But hopefully people come back well, not the next episode I don't think, but in future episodes, to be able to build more if they want to, and then it'll be a lot easier, as I can just, well, it'll just be a lot easier because I can, I'll be able to sort the issue out and be able to get them to speak over Xbox as well. Also, I'll fix my capture kit so that it records their voices next time. So this episode is slightly different. And so yeah, at this point I'm actually going to pause the video and come back in just a little bit. Okay, so here we are. I've just come back over to where they're actually building. All I did was simply go down the road, and I did a little bit of the road where I just left off. And this is what Kevin the Spoon has actually done. He's actually used wood and sandstone, I think it was, because I can't really see on this recording while I'm commentating at the moment. Basically what I'm doing simply is just the road so it leads straight down. And I also said I'm actually going to go ahead and do the roads, I suppose, when I'm recording, because you know, they can count as episodes. I know it may be boring at times, so as long as we do other stuff, I suppose it should be okay. But, so we've got Kevin the Spoon building this house here. He's done the outside, but eventually he does realise that he actually forgot to put a door when I'm actually looking right now. And so he goes back and knocks that little bit down there and puts a door in. And I think in a minute we actually go over to Swift and we have a look and see what he's done, because he's done a slightly different design, which you will actually see in a minute. It's a different design than this. It's not your everyday design of what everyone sees, to be honest. He says he actually made this off the top of his head as well. We'll actually go over in a minute and see what he's doing. If you can see there in the far right corner over there, that's what he's doing. But this is when he realises, Kevin Spoon, this is when he realises he has not put a door in. And I continue to have a look and see how he's actually going to put I was going to put the door in. and then we go over to Swift's and we have a look and see what he is actually doing with his house. Okay, so at this point I've just flown back over to have a look at Swift's house, and this is what he's done so far. And at this point I was actually quite confused because he actually did the outer layer of the house and he's put sugarcane and glass. So I was thinking he's going to build his house inside the wood at first because I was a little bit confused. And since he was making this off the top of his head, he said, I was a little bit confused on what the design was actually going to be like. But it was an absolutely brilliant design. It was nice, and it was... You can't really describe it. It was unusual, but it was a really, really nice house. Both of the houses were just as good as each other, and they were both really, really good houses. Now, it is a bit shame in this episode, really, because I was actually speaking to the builders, but unfortunately it hasn't come through something to do with my capture card. I wish I actually tested it now, to be honest, to make sure it was actually going to record, but I was in such a rush to actually go ahead and start the recording, and because you wanted to come to this world and build, both of them did, so I wanted to start the recording as soon as possible. And unfortunately, it was slightly... I didn't have time to really test it. I tested it once and it worked. I tested it this time, the time when I recorded, and it didn't actually record my voice, which is a bit strange. So I don't know if that's going to affect future episodes. So I'm going to have a little look and see if it's actually going to go ahead and record my voice next time, because it was slightly weird, to be honest. And also, I also did say in this episode that I've actually got now a new microphone. This microphone I've had for a while, but I've never actually had the time to set it up, and now I actually can. But I'll actually set that up in episode 29, which should be the next episode aired later today or tomorrow, depending. Because yesterday I did a hardcore mode series on the Xbox 360, sorry, and I actually it was just survival, but it was... when I actually die in the game, I just have to delete the world or just never go back to it. And I've got a really nice sequence, check that out. It's the last video I made on my channel, as from this video. And, as of this video, sorry. And, so I was actually aiming to upload this video that night. But unfortunately, I couldn't because I have to speak over this video. And the video is actually over an hour long. Of course, it isn't now because I've had to crop loads out. Otherwise, it's just me talking the whole way through. But... without me continuing to talk about that, this is Kevin the Spoon's. As you can see, he's changed the blocks. I don't think the sandstone no more. Can't really see on the recording. I'll be able to see that when it's actually being uploaded or when I watch it back later. But I'm watching on such a small screen whilst they're recording this, because I'm recording my voice in a different program than watching the video, and I've got to edit all and crop it all out. So this is the hardest working video I've ever made. But in a way, I suppose it teaches me a lesson to test before I actually go ahead and record the episodes. But anyway, this is Kevin the Spoon's house, and we've just gone over to Swift's house. I think, do we go back over this point? Yes, we do. How convenient. And as you can see, he's actually changing. I don't know if he's changing the blocks or not. I can't really be sure, but I think he was putting 2 blocks down. I think that's what he was doing. So it's 2 blocks deep. And at this point, that's when I started to realise, I think I get how he's going to build this house, he's going to build inside. And he does. He actually put stairs where he went to the house, and that's exactly what I thought he was going to do. So I'll come back in a slight moment and have a look and see where both of the houses have got to. Okay, so we're back, and this is where both of the builders have got up to. Kevin the Spoon has built a really nice house. As you can see, he's actually done the roof of it now, and it is actually coming on quite nice, as you can see. As for Swift, you can't really see because the stone brick block is in my hand, but he's actually made sort of an eye shape. There you go, I've moved a little bit there. He's sort of made a sort of an eye shape. And basically, what I was doing here in this video, I was talking about my housing estate and what a patch it was onto Kevin the Spoon and Swift's houses, and they don't really suit each other. But I'm going to be doing some more work in the housing estate. That's basically what I was saying in this little clip here. And so yeah, I'll be continuing on the housing estate once, next time I start another Creative Mode episode. But basically all I was doing, like I said, was just having a look at the houses I've built compared to Kevin the Spoon and Swift's, and they're not really a patch on what they've done, well, really across the road anyway. But Kevin the Spoon's house is actually quite tall, but it's quite wide, as you can see. He's built it sideways, as I have also said, and Swift has also done his slightly lower, but he's actually done his entrance from the front, as you can see. And but they are both really, really nice looking houses. and we'll come back very, very shortly to see to see some more progress on what they've done. Okay, so here we are again. This is Kevin the Spoon's house. As you can see, he's now got glass panes on his roof. And basically all I do on this bit is I go inside to see what he's doing for the interior of his house. And he's simply putting down, come on, I've got to get this right, it's birch wood. Am I right? It's birch wood. I knew it. It's weird because I'm actually commentating myself over this, yet it looks like I'm not really, because everything I'm saying is actually being done. But I'm just sort of saying, just talking over what. Well, I'm just basically commentating over this. But basically though, so as you can see, this is his house. It's currently at night, and this is Swift's house here. Swift's house is actually being done. Well, if you have a look inside, I mean, hopefully I'll go inside, there we go. And there's a lot of torches, which makes his house very, very bright. And he hasn't put down any flooring just yet, but he will do that, I'm guessing anyway. And so yeah, I think his house looks nice as well. He is putting flooring down there, you can go see. I think I saw him do something there. No, he's doing something anyway, but so yeah. His house looks quite nice as well. It's a funny shape, but it does look a very nice looking, well, it looks like a very nice house anyway. So we'll come back very, very shortly and see what other features have been added to both of these houses. Okay, so here we are again. I've come back to have a look and see what both of them have done in their back gardens, and Kevin the Spoon has actually decided to, well, I was a bit confused with what he was doing at first, and since I'm commentating over this quite a while after they've done it, since this video was actually made, I'm actually confused again. Basically, I think he was making some sort of, well, can you guess? It goes right next to the door. He was making some sort of, I don't know, some sort of like swamp, but not exactly a swamp sort of look. I can't even remember what it was. Coming to the end of the video, I might be able to try and guess what it was, but I honestly just can't remember as it stands. But anyway, in Swift's house, this is what he's done. He's made walls, and he's made rooms. As you can see, there are chests next to every single room, and he's made several rooms as well. As you can see, so what I'm doing, well, what I was doing was just basically looking in them, and you can see Kevin the Spoon there just through the sugarcane, just there. The rooms are quite small, but he's made quite a lot, which is actually very, very good as well. And as you can see there, he has a toilet. So yeah, he's got a toilet as well. And he's just basically just got a lot of chests and everything. And perfect for each room storage, or for storing anything in there really, you know, it's really, really good. So I was really impressed with this house when I was watching him build it as well. It's a shame I've had to cut the video down, as I've said, but it does look a really nice house. I've showed every room here, and some have windows that look into other rooms as well, which is also good as well, as I've said. And well, I don't know if I did say or not, but anyway, he's got quite a lot of rooms, and a lot of them have windows to every other room, as you can see what my character is doing on here. And for some reason I'm looking at the map. I was looking at the map to see where to see if the map looks any bigger with these two houses on, and as you can see, it actually does. We are actually cluttering it up at the moment, but the map is actually getting bigger episode by episode. So anyway, we'll come back very, very shortly to see what else has been done to these two houses. Okay, so here we are again. We are looking at Kevin the Spoon's house, and we go inside, and this is what it looks like. It is very, very nice, and as you can see, he has used birch wood floor. He's used fences for lights with glowstone in, with trapdoor fences, well, just trapdoor, and he's actually made sort of like a bunk bed. Well, I suppose you could call it a king-size bed without the second bunk, if you're going to call it a bunk bed. His house is really, really, really nice inside. It's a shame I can't have a bit more of a look around, but it is because I'm actually commentating over what I've said. I'm having a look at Swift's house here as well. I'm currently on the roof for some reason. As you can see, it is just like an eye shape. And if you go inside, there's not a lot of change, apart from he's got like room 1, room 2. He's basically just named the rooms, as you can see. Some can be building, there's a toilet, and as you saw at the beginning, room 1 and room 2. Room 1 is obviously his because it says taken, and room 2 is obviously available to someone, for someone to stay in, I'm guessing. But yes, he's done really, really well in this house as well. He's actually made this one off the top of his head, which is really, really clever as well. I think Kevin the Spoon actually has built his house before already on previous worlds, he said. Sorry, and yeah, so as you see, Kevin the Spoon's also come to take a look as well at Swift's house. But yeah, I didn't actually realise this is Swift's making stairs by the looks of it. See, I can't even remember really what's happening, so I'm sort of commentating and also having a surprise as well, because I can't remember doing this, because I'm commentating over this video I'd done quite a while ago, because it actually took a while to make sure that the video file was safe, even though the audio didn't record. I didn't want it to corrupt halfway through, so I had to go through procedures to make sure it was okay. But it is, and as you can see, you are viewing it right now on YouTube, hopefully. And anyway, though, yes, I think Kevin the Spoon's built his house on this world, on previous worlds as well, but he's also built it 2 stories high instead of 1. It's sort of like a bungalow on this world, but it still does look very, very nice. And we'll come back again in a while to see what happens to these 2 houses. Okay, so here we are again. I'm sort of looking at Kevin the Spoon's and Swift's house from the roadside view of where people can build houses. Kevin the Spoon's standing in front of me. I think at this point he was telling me to come and have a look at his house again, and so I think I do actually go over to his house, I think. But anyway, as you can see, look at both of them. Look at both of those houses. They are brilliant. The first 2 houses to ever be built in my creative series on the Xbox 360 on Minecraft, and they are 2 of the best houses I've seen so far, and they are brilliant, and I love them, and they suit this world perfectly. Now, as you can see, I'm still a bit confused with the garden, but he's actually growing stuff, I think, and he's got leaf pads as well, and that's the way he gets into the house there. I think he changed it halfway through with a leaf pad and then actually put it back anyway. Oh, he's changing it there. I think he does actually put it back, I can't be sure. But still, they do look really, really nice, regardless. And so as you can see, his roof is actually quite big, but it does actually make me think that my housing estate opposite these houses needs to be done up a bit now, with extra houses and with, you know, with different designs as well, because both of these houses are really, really nice. And also, I don't think I actually look a lot. Well, I don't think I actually look much more at these houses since I have had to crop a lot of this video out. The original video was something just over an hour long, and it's been shortened down to just under 20 minutes, which is kind of sad. But hopefully they'll be able to come into this world again. I'll make sure that I'm not going to rush it this time, and I'll try to make sure the capture kit is fully working with my voice and also other people who come into this world's voices as well. But regardless, though, these by far are definitely 2 of the best builders that have ever come to this world. Even though they are the first 2, they are 2 of the best. They are really, really good builders, as you can see. And I don't think, or is he? I can't remember if Swift actually makes a roof or not. I think he had to stop, and I think he's going to come back hopefully to finish it off. But because I can't exactly remember, because I had to go off anyway because I knew the capture kit was already messing up, so I had to stop it anyway and had to just all of a sudden cut it out. But anyway, if you're watching this and you haven't been in this world, or you're a Minecrafter or any Minecrafter, you know, if you want to build houses and want to come in this world or have a shout out or anything, leave a comment below or message me, which could be a lot easier, because the comment section is actually getting a bit wilder now. I'm actually getting some comments, which is actually quite fun as well. But yeah, message me if you want a quick response, or a quicker response to say, and hopefully you will be able to come into this world and build. And if you comment on the latest video or message me, you should hopefully be able to come in the latest video. So thank you so much for watching this episode. I know it took a while, but it's finally up here now. You're watching it and everything is good, and I'll make a creative mode episode as of tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be able to start all those again soon. So thank you so much for watching again. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.